Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for coming. Today, we're going to talk to you about a couple of different companies, some pros and cons, so that you can be aware of what you might be getting into. Today, we're going to talk about OutSchool and Bencho and Lingo Ace and KidPass and Hallo and Varsity Tutors and one more. Cambly. All right, so I hope you enjoy this video and let us know if you have questions below.
Hi, my name is Kelly, and I wanted to talk to you about the pros and cons for teaching for OutSchool. So the first one is both a pro and a con, depending on your personality, but personally for me, it's both. That is that you have to create your own curriculum. This actually prevented me from applying to OutSchool in the very beginning. And then finally I did. And then when I got into it, I changed my mind. It was actually more exciting. I get to build my own classes, not be told what to teach like at the ESL companies. But the downside and the con is that this is very time consuming. I just started a new class 6 months ago, and it took a huge chunk of my every single Saturday to build this curriculum. But good news is I'm starting to repeat the material, and now I don't have any prep work for those. So it's both a pro and a con. Some people hate doing their own curriculum and some people love it. All right, the next one is a pro, complete freedom. And I mean from everything. You get to choose your own price, your own class length, your subject, your ages, your everything, your cancellation policy. The next thing is also a pro. That is that the earning potential is higher than the ESL companies. So you have more parents paying into the pot if you do group classes, although you can do tutoring on OutSchool too. And then since, it's a group class, the price isn't too much for the parents, yet with a lot of people paying into the pot, that means the earning potential is higher for you. The con is that this is not the case for everyone. First of all, it may not happen right away. You have to establish yourself. You have to get going and build your business on OutSchool. And in the meantime, when you're doing this, temporarily, you actually might make less. Not only that, it depends on so many factors. So this is not guaranteed, and potentially you could make less than the ESL companies. Okay, one con, if you are just new and just applying to OutSchool, that there are a lot of teachers on the platform as of now, so it will take some time to establish yourself. It may take time to get going. And if you already teach a popular age and subject, it may really, really take a long time. And it also depends on how well you are at marketing. So you not only have to be good at teaching, but you have to be good at marketing. You're not going to just be given like 15 to 30 students and that's it. You have to actually go out and get your customers. But overall, I really, really love teaching for OutSchool.
Hello, my name is Lucy and I am an online ESL teacher. One of the companies I work for is Lingo Ace English Live. Lingo Ace is a seasoned company that has been teaching Chinese to students around the world for over 5 years. However, in November of 2021, they expanded their business to teaching English globally as well. Being a relatively new company, the student base is quite low. That means fewer students for the teachers. However, the teacher base is also quite low, which means as they expand and grow, there are more students coming in to fill those teachers' schedules. The company began with 2 levels, level 1 and level 2. This means there's not as much room for those higher level students or those lower level students. They recently added level 3, yay, and very soon they will add level 0. This will help increase the number of students tremendously. So those teachers are going to have more students booking their classes. In fact, they're looking for more teachers because their anticipated number of students is going to grow exponentially over the summer months. Due to the fact that this was teaching Chinese in the beginning, the English portal is not quite ready yet. So we're borrowing the Chinese portal. Well, that means it has a few difficulties. Number one, most of it is in Chinese. They've adapted it and put an English button so we can easily translate it from Chinese to English, but not everything is translated. In order to translate anything that is still in Chinese, you must take your mouse, right click, and translate to English. The payment tab also is not quite ready. So you might find that you teach a class and you look at your payment and you expect to get some money in there and boom, there's a 0 or a 10 CYN, which is Chinese yuan, which is like $2. No, this is not the correct pay. Do not look at your portal information for you personally, and do not look at the payment tab because those two are not set up for English yet. All teachers are sent an email at the beginning of the month listing every class that they have taught and giving their pay. You can verify this and let them know if you have any discrepancies. I strongly suggest having a notebook or some system to keep track of your classes, to keep track of any incentives that you might earn from homework, trial conversions, or fixed classes. So keep a notebook, then you can check your email very easily and know if you have the correct payment. There's not a lot of guidance for teachers. There is a Microsoft Teams that we sign into and you can ask lots of questions, but you may find that your question isn't answered or someone doesn't know the answer. The guidance is very minimal. This is a problem when they understand and when they're working quickly to fix. The support system is amazing. Like seriously, it really is amazing. All support is given through Microsoft Teams and emails. When you become a teacher, you're invited to PP Lingo Teams, where you check in to let them know that you're ready to teach before your first class of the day. You also can tell them if you have any problems in class. If a student needs to be moved up or moved down, or if you have problems with student behavior, you can message the teacher support and they will get in contact with the learning advisor and get you help. I've done it several times. It is very, very good. If you have any IT problems, there is an IT chat help button that they will come into your room and they will help you troubleshoot any problems that you have. If you check in early as you're supposed to, and you're having a problem with your camera not coming on or getting into the classroom, you can let the IT team know and they will try to help you get into your classroom. If you have emergencies like bad weather or you're very sick and you contact them in advance, like before your class starts, then it will not be counted as a no-show. And you may not even be penalized for these instances. They're emergencies. If you do not check into Teams and you are not in your class on time, they have a sub ready to jump in as soon as the class time starts. So by not checking into Teams, you are risking a teacher no-show. If you're thinking about becoming a teacher, I would love to help guide you through that process in our Facebook group page, Lingo Ace English Live, applicants and referring teachers. Happy teaching, everyone.
Hello, my name is Gerri, and I am a learning partner with Boncho. Boncho is a company that provides tutoring and homework help and extra practice for US and Canadian kids. And what's cool about Boncho, there are lots of pros and there are a few cons, but it's been a really good experience. You're paired up with a family, so they do what they call a family match. That means that somebody who works for Boncho will actually kind of interview the family to find out what the needs of the student are, where are their weaknesses, is there something specific that they want to work on, practice, get better at, is it homework help, or is it something very, very special for that student? What are their special qualities, interests? What things do they thrive on? In what situations do they work best? They take all this information down, and then they look that over, and then they look over all of the learning partners to see what would be the best fit. Because the students are anywhere from kindergarten all the way up through high school, they want to make sure they're pairing the student up with a learning partner who has experience in those subjects or feels very confident in those subjects, as well as the grade level or age that they feel comfortable. For instance, doing something that would be like harder high school math, or maybe their specialty involves or is targeted around social emotional learning, different things like that. And so they partner you up, they match a learning partner with a family, and then you coordinate with the family. They can see your schedule on the app, and you coordinate a time between all that that works well. You meet through Zoom, and you have your own Zoom through Boncho, as well as so many resources. So those are all of these great pros. You also are able to get paid monthly, and you only have to do like a short feedback afterwards. They call them post-session notes. Those are the sessions that you have with students. It could be once a week. It could be every Monday through Friday. It could be a couple times a week. And what's cool is that I've been paired with a couple of families. One of them, the student is getting help in math, but she really wants to learn cursive and some other things like that. And so I'm able to partner with her and teach her cursive week by week. It's been really fun. So it can be very specialized, or it can be very general. I do love it, and I do think that it's been a good challenge. One con, I would say, is you do have to sort of come up with some lessons if they don't just have homework or something very specific. But once you find out more about where their weaknesses are, or what things they've been doing in school or in their online classes, then you can just pull some games and other things to do. And I've learned so much about using outside resources. So that part's been really good. I like Boncho. It's great. It's great to have a company that is US based and that is US and Canadian students, so that I'm working in a day time frame. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Rebecca, and I'm a teacher on OutSchool. OutSchool is a great platform for teachers to list their own classes and have a whole lot of clients and learners come and join. I've been on OutSchool for almost 2 years now, and it definitely has its ups and its downs. Like most companies, it has high enrollment times and low enrollment times. But here's a quick list of some pros and some cons with OutSchool. Okay, let's start with the cons first. Let's just get out of the way, get those cons out first. One, it takes time to build your business. So it is not a get rich quick scheme, okay? You can't just jump in and earn your goal money, your end goal money in the first month. It takes time to build up to that. So you have to, be in there for the long haul, okay? Two, because there's so many teachers in there right now, it is getting a little bit harder to get in. Not impossible, but you have to work a little bit harder to become a teacher with OutSchool now than you did 2 or more years ago. Okay. Number 3, you do have to make your own lessons. That's not pre-made curriculum like other platforms out there. You have to come up with your own things. But good news is once you kind of get your own little formula for your lessons, it gets easier, okay? It gets easier. Don't get freaked out by that. And 4, you have to find your niche. What do you want to teach? Do you want to teach reading? Do you want to teach math, science, music, movement? What is it that you are passionate for? Okay, you can teach anything you want to, which means anything you want to, it gets overwhelming, So find out what is fun in your life and make that your niche, okay? And to apply, you do need to kind of come up with what you're going to teach as you apply, so you can do a quick mini lesson of what you plan to be bringing to the platform. So think about that now, practice with your kids, etc. The positives, okay? Here's the pros. 1, you can teach what you want. You love to cook, teach cooking. You love to do art, teach art. You do not have to be stuck into the formula lesson plans like some companies give you, which are great. But here you can do whatever you want to. You have to be at least 18 years or older to work on OutSchool, to apply to OutSchool, but you do not have to be certified in a certain area to teach the area. You could do whatever you want for fun. Like, you don't have to be a professional chef to teach cooking classes. Although if you are certified in the area, announce it, put it somewhere in your profile, because people like to take from experts in that field. So if you are an expert, do that. That would be a really good thing to pursue. Okay. Another pro is you set your own schedule. Okay. You can do anytime 24/7, because we have learners who take classes who live in the US, who live in Australia, who live in China, who live in England, who live anywhere in the world. So you choose what time works best for you. For me, my best time is during nap times or other kind of sleep times for my kids. So either early in the morning before they wake up or during nap times. You teach whenever you want to teach, and hopefully there's learners out there. I have found that many of my learners come from the continental US. So I do like to offer times that are best for them. But I could teach at 3 a.m. on my time, because that's evening or whatever to somebody in Australia, and they can take this class before they go to bed. You never know. Another pro is that you can transfer students to a section or cancel sections whenever you want to. Don't do it too soon to meeting time, because that gets the parents annoyed, but you do have control over your own schedule a lot more than other companies do. If you are looking ahead and go, oh, I have a doctor's appointment coming up in 2 weeks, I already have a set kids in there, I'm just going to cancel that class now. The parents will not get charged for that. They don't have to show up to that, and then I'll come back the week after. No worries. You don't get a negative thing for doing that. You don't have to give money back to the company for canceling like some other companies do. You just don't make what you would have made that day. Okay. Also, you have a potential to earning a lot of money, because you're being paid per learner. Times that by X amount of learners, you can get a lot more in a half an hour. Okay. Instead of teaching one learner and taking home, let's say $7 take home pay, you can teach 6 learners. Well, 6 times 7 is 42. You take home $42 for that same half hour. So if you can get more students in your class, and your class environment leads itself to having more students, you can make more money in a smaller amount of time. And you're like, done for the day. I earn my $100 for the day or whatever, and you only taught for an hour all day long. So it has a potential of making good money the more learners you have per class. Now, as I say, you don't have to teach just one learner. You can do that. You can do group classes. You can do private tutoring classes and just charge more per learner. If it's a one-on-one private lesson type of thing, you can charge $30 for 30 minutes. Now, OutSchool does take away 30% towards into OutSchool's funds, so they can do marketing, they can do all the behind the scenes stuff, they can pay the staff members. There's a few of them, so they use that 30%, and you get to keep 70% of what you charge the parents. So I think it's pretty good, and I've seen some of the things behind the scenes, and they use that money very wisely. I'm very impressed by what they are doing behind the scenes and how they help people out. So that's super cool. Have a great day, everybody.
Hello, my name is Teacher Kim, and I'm going to talk to you about a company I work for and have worked for quite a while now, Varsity Tutors. So there are some pros and cons, of course, to Varsity Tutors. Let's go ahead and do the negative first, right? Get it out of the way. The con is that you do have a set pay for the hour. You don't get to set your own rate. It is between $15 to $18 an hour, more if you do in person. If you do online like I do, that's about the standard pay for people. I can't say specifically on your contract what you would make, but that tends to be starting pay or standard pay for everyone is about $15-ish to $18 an hour. There are companies that pay more, but hear me out. The reason I like Varsity Tutors is because, well, I like that I know I'm going to get that money as long as I work the hours I say I'm going to work. And also the payday. So here's some of the pros. Payday is twice a week. anything you work and earn Monday through Wednesday? Sunday through Wednesday, I think it is. Sunday through Wednesday. I don't work on the weekend. But that gets paid on Friday. And Thursday through Saturday or Thursday through Sunday, I'm not sure which one, gets paid on Tuesday. So you can get paid twice a week, depending on when you work. You can get paid on Tuesdays and Fridays. And it does direct deposit into your account. That is really nice. Personally, when I teach for them, I don't have to do a lot of prep work. Most of the time, I mean, it kind of depends on what you're teaching with them, but I kind of know what I'm going to do when I go into each class. So it doesn't require a lot of prep work. So I'm only putting into the class the time that I'm in the classroom. Now, it may be when you get started, you may need to do a little more prep work than I do, but honestly, it's not too bad. Because you're just tutoring. You're not teaching them a lesson. You're tutoring and enhancing the skills they know. Varsity does also have an assessment that the kids take when they start, and they give you questions and practices you can do in the classroom that you can pull into the classroom and do that with them. So they do a lot of it for you. They can give you the specific skills the child has weaknesses in, and so you can just pull from that if you want to pull from other resources. Otherwise, they always pay. They do 1099 you. They are a great company to work for. I've never had any issue. If you have a problem, you can always call them and contact them, and they are always there to talk to you. They will call you with job opportunities. They will text you with job opportunities, and you choose who you want to teach and work with. It's not just open to anyone. You actually set your own hours, and you choose the clients as well. You accept clients based on their needs. So if you have questions about it, my email will be included in this video. Hit me up, and I will answer them. Thank you for listening. I hope you join me with Varsity Tutors, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
All right, it's my turn. So today I'm going to talk to you about two companies, but up first will be Hallo. Hallo is unique in that we are teaching adults ESL. It's more of a social media platform. There's a lot of, they can sign up for InstaClass, which they click on a teacher and can talk to us for, I believe it's about $4.99 for 20 minutes to a teacher. And there's live classes and there's one-on-one. So you can choose how much your live classes are, and you can also choose how much your one-on-one tutoring is. It is a little bit different where you can do live streams to market yourself. You don't get paid for them, but students can choose to hop on with you to ask questions and talk to you for $2 during that, or they can give donations and tips if they want. So Hallo it's just a fun platform for conversational English. I would say some cons would be there's a lot of students, but not a lot of paid students yet. They are working hard. I absolutely love the Hallo team. They are working hard to get students to the platform and try new things. We were doing courses for a little while, then they transitioned to these live classes. So they're a fairly newer company and just working through some of the new type pangs that you go through as a new company. But Hallo, all in all, I don't make a ton of money with Hallo, but it's probably one of the most fun platforms.
Hello, my name is Gerri, and I am a tutor on Cambly with Cambly Kids and with Cambly Classic, which can be adults or kids. And there are some really great pros and cons. So I wanted to go through them with you real quick. Some of the pros with Cambly are that you're very flexible scheduling. Like, you can open up your schedule, and if you want, you can click on a priority hour, which means that you're at the top of a list that learners or students can see, even 2 hours before, if you want to work or you suddenly have time. You can open up your schedule the day before, or a month before, or 5 months before, whatever works for you. And it's very easy to get booked on Cambly. So it's really awesome. They have so many students, and they're from all over the world. So it's pretty exciting because you can be meeting with students in Korea, Japan, Saudi Arabia, or India, all on the same day. I really love the variety of it. I love that it can be adults and kids as well. So I've really enjoyed speaking with some adults. In fact, I'm kind of friendly with one or two of them that I've met with regularly, and we just really get to know each other, and it's cool. The lessons also, there's some really good things about the lessons. They give you a lot of autonomy. So you can do as little or as much of the lesson as you want to. You're not required to cram through the whole lesson all at once, but you have a great timer at the top of the classroom to tell you how you're doing with your pacing. And you can augment the lessons with some of your own material, things that you find online. I have some really great games and things to read that can help students, especially the kids, but even for the adults, some really good articles. You can kind of wing it. You don't really have to prep for it, so that's really great. But you can, I like to go through the lessons very quickly just to make myself familiar with the content, like the main grammar and vocab before. But you can kind of wing it. You don't really have to do a lot of prep. Having some props is helpful, but not really absolutely necessary. Cambly does offer bonuses, like if you book at a certain time on certain days, they see a lot of demand, so they'll offer you a little bit extra. But that is one of the cons. They don't pay as high as some of the other platforms. So you get a lot of flexibility, a lot of autonomy with your lessons. You get a lot of different variety, and you don't have to write any feedback, but you can if you want to send messages. But the pay is a little bit lower. So you're going to be paid $6 a lesson for the kids, and I think it's like $5.10 for the adults, and they are 30-minute lessons. So I would say one of the cons is that a little bit lower pay for sure, but you do get a lot of other benefits with it. Another con would be that some of the lessons are pretty short, so you really do want to have that extra material available. And they are 30-minute lessons, so you don't get a lot of breaks in between. And you kind of have to coordinate that with your own pacing and what feels comfortable to you. Overall, I have been teaching with Cambly for about 7 to 8 months, and I've really enjoyed it. And it's been a great fit. It's been a great additional platform to add to my work. So thank you.
All right, so up next is KidPass. KidPass is a marketplace. I do compare it a lot to OutSchool. They do have some differences. KidPass seems like a younger crowd. A con about KidPass is parents are already paying a monthly fee, so they generally do not want to spend money on classes. They do have like credits, so they get charged a monthly fee and they have a certain amount of credits. I don't really know how much dollars equals credits. It seems to be a little bit different, but KidPass has been a fun platform. They do have paid live stage classes, so teachers get $15 for 30-minute demos. Now, a cool thing about the demo is you can mute the students or you can unmute the students. They do send all the parent email addresses after the live stage demo so that you can send them an email and direct them to your new upcoming classes. So a con, I think, would be, like I said, the parents are already paying a monthly fee, and they do get these live stage classes for free. So they tend not to take a whole lot of classes, but it has been super fun. It's a little bit easier to get your classes accepted on the platform. They do offer a section for pre-recorded classes so that you can make kind of an evergreen business. Again, KidPass, you can teach whatever you are excited about, so whatever lesson plans you want to make, it's totally up to you. You choose your price, you choose your schedule. I think that's about it. KidPass might be one you want to give a try if you want to teach younger students. I would say most of my students are below 7 years old, I think. So it's kind of a younger crowd, like 2 years old, 3 years old, 4 years old. A lot of them are in your classes, and I just have a lot of fun with them. All right, that's it for now. Thank you all so much for coming. I hope this video was helpful and you learned a little bit about all these different companies out here. If you have any questions, message the teacher below or leave them in the comment section and I will get with that teacher. Again, if you use a link below, we would really appreciate it because all of us teachers get a thank you bonus. So it's kind of a one-time bonus for bringing new teachers to the platforms. And all of these are different bonuses as well. So, OutSchool might give a teacher something and then KidPass gives a different amount. So they're all different. So instead of getting into all of that now, just ask below if you want more information. All right, everybody. See you all next time and have a great weekend. Bye.